Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video on your way out. Today I'm sharing with you how I get ready, or it's more of like a get ready with me with all drugstore products. So if you want to know how I achieved this look using only drugstore products, then just keep watching. So I usually always use a primer. So my drugstore primer would be Rimmel's Lasting Finish, the 8-hour version. So I'm going to just put a little bit on my finger, and I usually just kind of rub it together, and then I'll prime the areas of my face that tend to get a little more oily and need maybe some more smoothing, help with pores. Then I'll like press the product into my skin. So after I do my primer, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my favorite BB cream from the drugstore. This is from Rimmel. This one's the Matte 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting, and this is in light. It does have SPF 15 in here, and I'll just put some on my hand. This is from Eco Tools. It's their BB, I think it's just their BB brush, I think, or a brush for BB cream. This one's really well just to kind of put the product on quickly. I also take product up my ear a little bit, and I also take it down the neck. I usually take it till about where your shirt would be. For me, I really take my time to blend out my makeup. I don't like to see lines. I kind of go into the hairline a little bit. Like I said, I go up the ear, I go down. I even sometimes can use my fingers and the warmth of my fingers to kind of, you know, make sure the edges are well blended. And then next I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to first be using Age Rewind from Maybelline. This one is in Neutralizer. Kind of turn some of the product up and just focus it right underneath my eyes. And I'll just pat that in with my fingers. Then after I do that, that's more of like something to kind of even out any dark circles, things like that. And then I'll go in with my Master Conceal. This is by Maybelline. It's their Camouflaging Concealer. Yeah, it's 20 Light. And this is a really good drugstore concealer. I usually use Shape Tape from Tarte or It Cosmetics by Under Eye. Those are my two go-to, but from the drugstore, I like Maybelline's. I put a little bit on my hand, and then I kind of take some on my ring finger, and I'll dab that in under the eye, and I'll make like a triangle shape. I have some discoloration right up on my cheek, so I like to take my concealer up here, and it helps to brighten the area. Tapping it in or pressing in the product is really going to help to conceal under eye circles. And just make sure your fingers are warm, like really warm, so that it can help the concealer blend. If your hands are cold, which sometimes my hands are really cold and I have to run them under hot water to kind of warm them up. If they're cold, it's not really going to help your concealer, so I would probably use a sponge or like a little brush. I always have a microfiber cloth in front of me so that I can wipe off product, wipe off brushes, use it so that I can kind of go at the hairline. There's so many uses for microfiber cloths in my life. So I went ahead and blended out all of my concealer, and now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything. My drugstore, the powder that I like to use is from Rimmel. It's the Stay Matte powder. And this is the pressed one. I'm just gonna go in with a brush. I have no idea what kind of brush this is or where I got it. It was like a travel set. It looks like this. It's like really dense here. I only use this for powders, and I swirl it in. You Because I have oily skin, I press my powders in. That's why I like a brush like this to really do that stippling motion, especially like around the nose and the pores. If you really press your product in, it's gonna help it stay a lot longer. My favorite trick is take a damp beauty sponge and put it into your product. Probably a loose powder would be better. You put it into the product and you press it onto your skin. That will really help your makeup to stay long. But today I don't need longevity with my makeup. I'm just kind of doing a quicker look, so I'm just gonna press it in. I always use the Advanced Radiance from Covergirl in the color Creamy Natural. It's 110. This has some Olay benefits in it, so because of that, I really find it's nice underneath the eye. It doesn't dry out the under eye, it doesn't change the color, and I press it in with a small sponge. This one's from Real Techniques and it's dry. I just really like to do this because I feel like it prevents creasing on me. And it doesn't like look super dry, it doesn't give me any weird texture, so that's what I always do regardless of what products I'm using. I always go in with this product and a sponge. That's like one of the keys. I think I've tried looser brushes and it doesn't work for me. It kind of just still makes it look like cakey and it makes it look like I have too much creasing underneath. I usually put bronze up my skin, so I think I'm going to just do a little bit. Not too much. I'm going to go in with Rimmel's Natural Bronzer. And today I'm going to do a little bit with like a, what is this? It says it's contour brush, but it's really dense. This was like a gift set. My mom gave this to me a long time ago, I believe. So I don't know what brand it is, but I'm just going to swirl it into the product, tap it off, and then I'm just going to go on the cheeks. I'm not going to do any defining. I'm just gonna kind of warm up the skin. So I want it to kind of be really blended, and I'm gonna go up here, but I don't want it to be anything. It's just really quick. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my favorite like all-in-one blush. This one's from Physicians Formula. It's called Blushing Natural, and I've used this so much it's really like fused, but this is what it looks like. It has all of the different, like a mosaic of different colors in here. It has like a darker kind of blush color. There's peach tones in here. There's a lighter peach tone. And I just swirl the same brush in this. And I like to just put this on the cheeks really quickly and not as precise as I normally would. And I just make sure everything's well blended. You can take like just a separate brush with nothing on it and just kind of make sure everything kind of blended in. For highlight today, I'm going to go into BH Cosmetics Illuminate. This was by Ashley Tisdale in Illuminating Shimmer. Makes your skin come to life, especially since I set everything with matte type of setting. This really helps. And I'm going to go in with e.l.f.'s blush brush. I have 3 of these. These are wonderful brushes. If you guys haven't tried this e.l.f. blush brush, the black version, I think it was a couple dollars. I love this. I use this on with blush for highlight. This gives a very subtle glow. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my brows, and what I've been really liking from the drugstore is the Retractable Brow Pencil. This one is from Wet n Wild. This is one of their newer brow products, and it's like a tapered end here. And it's a pencil, but it really helps you to define your brows. I had microblading done, but I still find I need to go in and kind of perfect it a little bit, especially after I put foundation, because foundation tends to get on top and then I have to go back in. So I'm just going to use this to go into my brow. And this has more of a texture where it's like a pomade, so it will help to control your brows if you have any strays, and it gives you that color and it lasts all day. It's a really good product to pick up. It also has a spoolie on the end that isn't super stiff, which is wonderful, because if it's too stiff it's gonna hurt. and it won't do the job. This one's just flexible enough to just comb through that product. But that product really helps to just do it quickly and move on to the next step. Next, I'm gonna prime my eyelids. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer. This one's really affordable and it does a really good job. And I'm gonna go into Wet n Wild's Not a Basic Peach. I'm gonna use a Real Techniques brush. This one is the Deluxe Crease brush, and I'm gonna go into this transition color here. It's more of a skin tone for my skin tone, but I usually do that to kind of set the primer. So I'll just sweep it over and kind of press it in. This is gonna help everything else kind of blend better. Then I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna go into this more peach color, which is right here. It's a light peach. Just gonna focus this more in the crease. And once I have it in the crease in circular motions, I'll start to circular motions going up towards the brow bone, just to help diffuse that color. What you can also do to help diffuse it is go back into that transition color and just do some circular motions. Then I'm gonna take my finger, I'm gonna go into this pearl color right here, and I'm just gonna press this onto my lid. And I'll use one of my brushes to kind of just blend those. Use this crease brush and just go into the crease a little bit. I did get some fallout, so I'm going to use my microfiber cloth that I have, and I usually just wipe it away. And then I'm going to go into the waterline with Maybelline's Lasting Drama. This is the Sleek Onyx, is what it's called, in the waterline. Next, I'm going to put some mascara, but I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. I'm going to use one of Revlon's lash curlers, and I'm going to use my newest find from the drugstore. This is Maybelline's Total Temptation Mascara. I have a full review of this on my channel. I'll link it down below, or I'll put a card up for you to watch it later, or have it it'll open up a new window for you and you can watch it after this. Is kind of how those cards work if you're not familiar. And I'm going to just put this on my lashes. I'm going to start with the bottom. And lastly, I'm going to take L'Oreal's Infallible paints. This is in number 312. I really like this. This is the only color I have from that line, but it's very creamy and it's very comfortable, so I really, really like it. Alright guys, so that's how I get ready with all drugstore products that I own and love. And let me know if you guys have any other videos that you'd like me to do. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, or if you want, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. But thank you guys so much for watching my video today, and we will see you in the next video.